This is Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. Consider this your vitamin or supplement for your mind and heart. And wherever you listen to podcasts, would you mind subscribing to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom? Would you please subscribe to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom? Leave a rating and a brief written review. It is so exceedingly helpful if you'll do that. It will help others to be able to find this podcast. I want to say two different words today and talk about the combining of them. The first is the word patience, and the second word is effort. And when you have patience and effort, you add them together, it equals amazing results. Now, many people wonder, how am I going to get from where I am today to where I need to be? I think these two things are very needed. Let's explain it. Effort and patience. Let me flesh out what I'm meaning by the word effort, not just trying harder and not just trying to do whatever seems to be available to do at that moment. But I'm talking about real effort, and then I'm going to put another word. Let's use a descriptor of the kind of effort that we're talking about. I'm talking about real, sustained effort. What happens so many times is we have an idea, we have a vision, we have a dream, we have a couple of things in our life that we want to work on. And so we get up tomorrow morning all gung-ho and we go and we give it an effort that day. And then we give it an effort the next day and we try again on the third day. But about the fourth, fifth, or sixth day, some opposition begins to raise its head. It's not as easy to do. There are other things demanding our attention. And we're thinking, it won't matter if I miss this one time. Here's what's going to need to happen if you're going to make the kinds of changes in your life that I believe you want to make, and you're going to make the difference that you were placed here on planet Earth to make, is you have to have sustained effort. You have to have a real sustained focus effort on seeking to accomplish what it is you're seeking to do, the change you're trying to make, the efforts and strides that you're making to make a difference. 30, 60, and 90 days minimum. And most of the time, it's going to need to be a lot longer than that. You're going to have to do effort. There are going to be times when it's not easy. It'd be easy to stop, go another direction, and do something else. But you must have sustained effort day in and day out. Which leads me to the second word that I started this podcast episode with, and that's patience. It's not just enough to have effort, and it's not even enough to have a sustained, focused effort. You have to have patience. I have this idea that many times in my own life, and I believe it would be true for you, I gave up on something too early. Whether it was a goal, whether it was a new action, whether it was a new skill I was seeking to possess, I gave up too early. And I want to just say to you, I believe it is providential today that I would say to you, my friend, if you're thinking about giving up, it's too early to give up. Hang in there, keep going, keep pressing forward, keep the momentum and the sustained effort going. Not only does sustained effort require a focus, but it requires a diligence. It requires pushing through all of the internal conflicts that will tell you, hey, why don't you give up? You're being a fanatic. There's no reason to take it this long. Give up. Start. This is not you. Stop. Start doing something different. I like a quote from Muhammad Ali who said, I hated every minute of training, But I said to myself, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life like a champion. Discipline is hard. Sustained effort is not a smooth glide path where there won't be difficulties, setbacks, fatigue, and so on. Why don't you think of the quote from Muhammad Ali, who didn't train just because he loved the feeling of training? I hated every minute of training, but he said to himself, don't quit now, suffer at this moment, and then you can live the rest of your life like a champion. You're never going to accomplish or reach a goal or acquire a new skill or lead an entity into a new future without a little pain, a little suffering, lots of sustained effort, and huge doses of patience. Again, it's too early to give up. You cannot prepare the moment before the big day arrives. Preparation is a lifelong pursuit. It reminds me of the individual who called the insurance company on the telephone and asked the question to the insurance agent, who answered, I would like to insure my house. Can you come quickly? The agent looked over his calendar and said, it'll be 2 or 3 weeks before I can get there. I'm pretty heavily booked at the present. The caller said, can I just get the insurance over the telephone? Can I do it right now? The insurance agent assured the caller that no, that would not be possible. They would have to come out and go through the house and look at the house and share the various options. He basically said, I can't insure your house until I see your house. To which the caller replied, if you want to see the house, you better come quickly because it's on fire. Most people do not think about the things that they should have been doing and need to have been doing until it's too late. Don't be that person. Set the goal, seek to create the habit, seek to acquire the skill, and then put your best into it with sustained effort and a patience that always says it's too early to quit. I've got to press through for 30, 60, 90 days and beyond. One of the things that will distract you from accomplishing those things that you need to accomplish, at least in my own life, my leadership went to an entirely new level when I focused more on fulfilling the vision that God had given to me than focusing on meeting the expectations of others. You see, if you don't have a dream, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have goals, if you don't know what it is you're supposed to be doing, there are plenty of people in your organization and all around you who will be more than happy for you to fulfill their expectations of you. Don't live a life of living for others' expectations. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing. Use sustained effort and don't give up. If you're going to make the changes that really are needed to be made in your life and in your organization, you need to make sure that improving your abilities is a high priority. Now, everyone else and every other department and every other person you come in contact with will want you to do what they want you to do. They'll want you to get on board with their project. But improving your abilities, learning, growing, and stretching must be a high priority. Improving your abilities in a high priority area, I mean the areas where you need the help, you need the skill development, and when you invest in yourself, it is a good investment. It just seems to be human nature that whenever we go to a conference or buy a book, go to a seminar, get some coaching, and it costs some money, that we feel somehow we're wasting money or we're not really helping the bottom line by investing in yourself. Listen to me, my friend. Investing in yourself will pay dividends and will pay off in the long run. You must be continually improving and seeking to be the best that you can be. And if there's a skill that you need to acquire, if there's a skill you need to hone, make the investment, make yourself better. Now, for these things that you're trying to do, the goals, where you really need to put the sustained effort and where you need to have the patience that says, I will not give up, make sure that what you're working for is truly essential. Is it going to change your health? Is it going to change your finances? Is it going to change your spiritual life? Is it going to change your relationships? Is it going to make you a more valuable customer, employee, entrepreneur? Make sure that you're spending your time doing things that are absolutely essential and that will make an absolute difference in the world you live in. Let's marry those two words. Let's bring them together. Effort and patience. And not just any kind of effort, but a sustained effort that's focused. And not just patience that says, I'll give this a day or two and try it out and see how long it lasts. But a patience that continually reminds us, don't give up. It's too early to give up. I wonder how many of our dreams we have already forfeited in life because we gave up right on the brink of a breakthrough. Don't give up, my friend. Keep focused over the next 30, 60, 90 days to do something special, to make the difference that needs to be made in your life. You've been listening to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, and productivity, and a whole lot more. I hope today this has been a vitamin or a supplement for your mind and heart. And again, if I could ask you, please, and really, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd do this. Wherever you download podcasts, would you please subscribe to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom and help spread the word? And if you could leave a rating or a brief written review, it would be so helpful. Again, until next time, keep sustained effort and patience together and focus on where you're heading. Leader, you're doing better than you think you are. This is Dr. Ron saying, have a great and blessed day.